Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, hello, hello. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. I was cleaning I know I was doing the dishes. I'm sorry. Had to do my part. Had to do the dishes. Had to do the dishes. Evening, evening. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Bobby Lee. Hi, yeah, okay. Bobby, I see Bobby. Hey, Emily. Me and DW are serenading you. I'm sorry. I didn't have my phone. It was out here. Okay. Ooh, I can see now. What's up? All right, who's here? Ooh, oh, join the fan club. Welcome. You were serenading me on the Discord. Listen. I was I was hurrying, but I had to clean the dishes. I had to clean the dishes. Yes, I was doing housework. Yes. All right. So sorry. Yes. I should have set up before, and I would have been the smart thing to do, but Rune was talking some junk, so I'm sorry. Hey, Q. Yeah, Rune had me before dinner, so I was like, I didn't properly think it out all the way. No, I blame it on myself. It's just, Rune came by. He was like, hey, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? All right, everybody hear me good tonight? Let me get that thing on up there. Everybody make sure. None of y'all are here already. Wow. Oh, hey, Pixie's here? When did Pixie get here? I didn't see Pixie join us. Nice. Audio's working. Good. Lots of good thing. That's a good thing. Hey, there's Gina. Oh, camera's not flipped. Thank you. Good reminder. Thank you. I always forget to do the dang camera. I don't know why. I can't just take that setting and just keep it off. I just turn it off. She just got here. Good. Okay, cool. Welcome. I'm glad you haven't been here too long and I didn't notice you. Well, yeah, I think I said that right. Mon's here. Welcome, Mon. I was excited. I just jumping on and I saw Mon. She was doing her colors and it was freaking cool. And she was like, oh, cool, I'm going to stop. And I'm like, what? She's like, well, I got to watch you. And I'm like, I felt so bad. But she going to color while she doing it. So I just... Courtney, welcome, Courtney. Welcome. 58 is kind of great. 59, we're not son of a... Wait, that's not a nice way to start a conversation. Retweet. Tonight is going to be fun. Oh boy. She's like, I got my... Oh, you think so? Okay, if you say so, Mon. Uh-oh, some comments in this live were filtered. Who said something wordy dirty? Ooh, pop in here to say read Project Hail Mary if you haven't. Okay. Never heard of it. Well, put it on the TBR at one point. There we go. Bam! Another one for the list. We'll add it to the list. Project Hail Mary. Interesting. Never heard of it. Hey, Twisted's here. You'll love it? Okay. All right. Oh, we got a second. See, Vegas saying it there. So we'll get it added to the list and it'll end up in shuffle. I know. I heard y'all were serenading, but I was eating dinner and cleaning dishes. I'm sorry. The ladyless has arrived. She is here. Hey, we love parents who have fried right. Bam! Iron flame. So while we're waiting for everybody a few more to show up, if we'll give them a chance. I don't know if I know this is on the spot pop-up live, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in so long. Felt due. Plus, I had some real life things to do today, so I only got to do 3 chapters. And I noticed for this entire series, I haven't been able to keep up with the 5-chapter rule. So I said, you know what? We're gonna do it live. Why not? And actually, Liz was like, hey, are you going live tonight? And I'm like, oh, I guess I could since we have nothing else. So that's what happened. Iced tea TikTok. It's just iced tea. Everything here is for entertainment purposes. See, it even says it right here on the screen, Tiki Talkie. I hope everybody can see it. Do we need to change that? Might be. So today, that's what she said. So today's a long one. I'm not sure. Yeah, it should be at least 58 and 59. So 58 is 6 pages. That's all I know. 58 is 6 pages. Okay, you can see. Cool. Okay. So 58 is 6 pages, and then I didn't look at 59. Yeah, I try not to look too far ahead. I think Liz is going to come out really quick. How long is 59? 58 is 6 pages. And then we'll get, I may need to buy beverages. Whoa, what did we talk? Whoa, what? I know, right? That was so crazy, man. Listen, just so y'all know, that unexpected live guest, nobody else will ever experience that. Nobody. That was, yeah, when I put that, I snipped out, like, that was like Michael Scott, snip, snap. We snipped that one, and before we posted that on YouTube, that was, my hair looks crazy tonight. Holy shnikes.
What did you want to know?
How many pages 59 was? Just overall? 5.5. Okay, so it's not too bad. Okay.
And then the next one is also
5 or 6. All right, we'll get 2 at least, maybe 3. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's happening, how fast they go. 6, 7. So we'll see what's up. So yeah, we were doing the live and we were going to see what was happening, and I was looking for a setting, and I don't know if I accidentally hit something or it was one of those whatever, but somebody jumped in the live and was like, what up? And I couldn't figure out how to get out, so there was at like 58 seconds. It was pretty funny.
I was going to say, if you raise it a notch, then that would be more visible. Just
Right.
Raise your camera.
From which?
If it bothered you.
Oh no, that's fine. I mean, I don't think it bothers me. I think we're good.
If you want me to, I'll just knock it out.
If you choose to, sure. You might notice a slight camera adjustment. Please do not adjust your TV or viewing devices. The technical crew is making adjustments on our end. Thank you during this time of technical difficulties.
What did that do?
Adjustments have now been made. Thank you for your patience. I don't know if it did anything, but there you go.
I'll just flip you.
Just what? You'll flip what? Flip me? Oh, what? What did you say? Wild, my guy. Wild. All right. Okay. So really quick, I saw a question. Sorry. Why should we be doing that? I saw a question. Wifey's always perfection. Trust me. I saw a question. What was it? Something Zayden. That's all I saw. I was trying to read it all, and then she said something, and then I saw my hair, and I was like, I want to shooketh. I think it was, did I say shook? Were you shook from Zayden? Something about Zayden. Are we talking about it? Oh, his signet? Is that what it was? Is there a question about his signet? Is that what it was? The chat reacted to Zayden's secret because, oh, okay, yes, okay. So that was crazy. Yeah. As she started talking it out, so I remember them saying they talked about if dragons in generations. I remember them saying that, but didn't hit me that in the first book we learned that Sigale. You know what I'm saying? Sigale bonded. Like we knew that, but I just never registered it at all. And then when she started going through the process, and I'm trying to think like, okay, well, I'm like, I don't know the full list of signets. And then when she started going down, like I think it was maybe 3/4 of the page down. I'm like, wait, this mofo can read. Like, oh, that, yeah. Now when you go back and look at everything in the first book, like it puts a complete different perspective on the first book and how certain things you look at, right? So that was crazy. And then, yeah, like promise me you'll never use it. No, I won't use it. she gets bored at the meeting with General Milgren. Hey, use your mind brain talky thing and figure out if this is worth our time or not. What the hell? Honestly, I think the only thing that shocked me more than that was when Mama saw fucking Brennan for the first time. Like that was, bam. Okay, so let's see. Remember, Liam had Farsight and wielded ice. Oh, that's right. See, I thought, okay, yeah. I remember when y'all asked me that. Okay. I thought it was because he might have had something with Riddick, but no. And then it says, yeah, okay, hang on, I missed something. Yeah, that was there. What got me was how Sigale, oh yeah. Taryn with map, yeah. And then ice magic was a common, ooh, okay. Lesser. Okay, so I don't know if it's like I guess it's a theory. It might be, and I had it when I was talking to Liz really quick, and then I'll say this. Dang, y'all almost up to 2K likes already. That's crazy. I will say this. When we were talking and Rune stopped by, and then we were having our afternoon discussion before we had to do stuff, and I was just giving her my quick recap while I was editing the videos, and we were talking about how Mira sliced and diced the freaking, hey, what's up, Sip? The wyverns that came through the ward and the carcasses. The ward. And then they found the runes, right? With the stones. The runes and the stones. Like the one that Zayden had, I believe, next to his bed, that when the fire hit them, it gave them their tatamatus and the protection, right? So I'm like, wait, are the Vinny some of like their old like parents or grandparents or somewhere down that line, like just reincarnated or something? That was the thought. Something to that. I don't know really how it works together, but I was like, I noticed that the Vinny carcasses, not the Vinny, but the wyvern carcasses, are those stones the same as the stones with the rune marking? Does that make sense? I hope that came out right. I think I got lost in thought because I'm thinking too hard. I don't know. But anyway. So there we go. That thought popped into my mind today. I don't know if it means anything. I'm still waiting to see if the keys in the desk are going to materialize to something. I don't know why I'm still stuck on that, but it's okay. Rebecca hurts our brains. Yeah, she does. She's like that. But didn't Taryn actually know because he told Zayd not to try and read him in fourth wing? We're still missing a lot about, okay, so we're still missing stuff about Rune. Did Taryn actually know? Because he told Zayd not to read him. I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question. Okay, what are we saying down here? Let's see. They think they both, okay, we read that. Okay, Vegas says, I think that was more of an off comment. Possible. Stop time by his reaction to Sigel. I want to say he didn't know. It's an interesting thought, though, Lemon. I like side of Lemon. It's an interesting thought. It's something you have to definitely ponder. Like if he could, maybe he could feel something, because I think even then when they landed, like just this chapter when they flew ahead of everybody and he landed, didn't he? I thought he might have said something. That's a good thing. Oh, let's go. Yay, we got a flash goal. I don't know what that means, but yay for the flash goal. Go us. Woo-hoo. I'm going to push the button for the flash. I hope somebody doesn't join. Please, nobody join. Just a flash goal. Flash goal. 7 gifters sent love. You, awesome. Well, look at that. High five. Clap it up. Clap it up. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good job. You did a good job on the goal. Good job on the goals. High five. High five. High five. Slap hands. Slap hands. Ricky Bobby. Or Bobby Boucher. Sorry. All right. Ooh, yes. So do y'all, okay, so we're just gonna, yeah, y'all just want to end this live right now? I mean, I think we had a good time. It was a good talk. We were here. I mean, that was pretty fun. We can do that. We can go back to serenading in the Discord. I kind of want to go back and start the night with that. I mean, I kind of, what were y'all singing? Blink 182. Good talk, good talk. Hey, well, welcome to my TED Talk, and we'll see you next time. All right. No, I'm just playing. Hey, I miss you, by I miss you. Like strangers in the night. That's funny. That's funny. All right. We have Wet Nine Whistle. Don't tease like that. Oh, but listen, it's the only teasing I can get back because y'all already know what's gonna happen. And most y'all have been with me for a while, so y'all understand how I'm gonna react. So y'all already know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here, just a nice little guy trying to enjoy his story and don't rickroll us. That's funny. That could be funny. Where's my green eggs and ham book? That was wrong. All right. Chapter 58. Okay, Sam, I am. Dragon Tales time. A little bit. All right, we're locking in. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Can I get ready? All right, are we ready? Hair's all right, we're just dealing with the hair tonight. Do I need... she's banging on the walls. They're in the walls. Is that you, Bruno? I think we don't talk about Bruno though. Okay. Oh, ready. All right, here we go. Chapter 58, Iron Flame. Not for a while. Okay, here we go. The combined hatching grounds at Basgaeth is our generation's greatest asset and our greatest liability. The Journal of Warwick Lucas, translated by Cadet Violet Sorengale and Dane Amachode Atos. Chapter 58. TikTok, everything said is that fictional characters and for entertainment purposes only. Stubborn assholes, I mutter, turning just before the auditorium and heading to the sparring gym. Talking to Brennan has gotten me exactly nowhere over the last week. And his quick, effective dismissal of my genuine plea for him to reconsider the Assembly's position on Samara's problem has my blood boiling. I push the door open a little harder than necessary and find the sparring gym to be as empty as I expected at 10 at night in the middle of the weekend. What is going on in there? They're doing something inside. Okay, we'll figure it out. Nobody's screaming. We're good to go. In the middle of the weekend and dimly lit by a cool glow of mage lights hovering above each individual mat, Zayden stands on the mat in the very center of the gym, feet apart and arms folded across his chest, wearing sparring gear that carefully constructed mask of indifference he's known for. I thought you were kidding when I got your note. I closed the door behind me, then focused on the lock and turned my hand in midair, channeling just enough power to keep the bolt slide home with a satisfying click. I haven't seen you in a week, and this is where you want to meet? He'd be sent to monitor Dreythus right after our return to Athpin. I figured we'd be fighting. What better place for that than a sparring gym? He stands completely still, waiting for me to come in. His usual swords are missing, but he has 2 daggers strapped to his hips. You now have a warded bedroom, I remind him, stepped out the mat. Though I'm not sure how strong these wards are given our method for raising Arisha's wards was obviously flawed. We now have a warded bedroom, he corrects me. He gazes sweeping over me hungrily as I walk forward, stopping only a couple of feet away from him. I can't blame him when I'm doing exactly the same thing, drinking in every detail of his appearance. Whether or not I'm still pissed about the latest reveal, I've missed him every minute he was gone, just like always. What exactly are we fighting about? The Assembly voting to leave Navari to fend for itself? For the secrets you kept from me? Again, his jaw flexes. The majority voted once we returned and thought the details of that vote are classified. I'll break regulations and I'll tell you that I lost. Oh, the sharpest edge of my anger dulls. And you'd rather discuss the second issue in here? Where anyone can walk in and hear us? Unless he's a full intensic around. No one can hear us like this. He gestures to the empty gym, extending a hand. He crooks his fingers at me. Come on, I know you're pissed, and no, I don't need the bond between us to catch on to that. It's in every line on your face, the pulse on your lips, the tension in your shoulders. I purposely relax my posture. You're right. You don't need the bond. See? Still pissed. He moves so quickly I barely have a chance to get my hands up before he sweeps my feet out from under me. Shit. He topples with me, embracing my fall with one hand and catching my weight with the other. The wind may have been knocked out of me, but I am breathless all the same. My hands brace on his chest and his face is inches from mine, filling my vision and blocking out the world around us. Our man, pay attention. You need me to pay attention? Wait, what's happening? Do I need to pay attention? Oh, Zayden is paying attention. Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about me. I'm sorry. I'll go back to reading. My bad. I thought you was yelling at me. I'm sorry. Where were we? Shit. He topples with me, bracing my fall with one hand and catching his weight with the other. The wind may have not been knocked out of me, but I'm breathless all the same. My hands brace his chest and his face is inches from mine, filling my vision and blocking the world around me. I'm not sparring with you. Why? His brow knits in confusion. You have a better teacher? I have heard what Amaretto is teaching you a variety of new techniques since the Vinny adopted our fighting style so quickly. He is, but I'm not sparring with you because I really want to kick your ass. I shake my head, my braid catches slightly on the mat beneath me. Oh, you think you can hurt me? His slow grin makes me narrow my eyes. I shift my hand and whip a dagger from the sheath of my ribs, putting it against my warm skin at his throat, right along the swirl lines of his relic. Entertainment, TikTok. I don't need to dignify that comment with a response. Fuck him. I make sure my shields are down so he hears it. His eyes flare with something to look at pride, and he leans into the blade. I retreat just enough. It doesn't draw blood. Guess we both proved our point. Damn. You're capable of hurting me in ways I'm not sure you've ever begun to fathom, Violet. I may be skilled enough to land a death blow, but you alone have the power to fucking destroy me. His hand slides out from behind my back to help bolster my weight, and now we can talk here. Or we can see if Sigel and Taryn are done fighting and fly through the snowstorm to the nearest vacant peak, and make no mistake, we're going to work through this. Damn, he is like, listen, dude, I'm tired of the boat. We fighting. No, not or nothing. I slide my blade back into his sheath and lift my hand to his chest again. On a sparring mat, my heart beats beneath my fingertips, strong and steady, unlike mine, which pounds like a drum. I've had a week to process, a week to wish he was around so I could yell at him, but also a week to ruminate on the logical reasons why he wouldn't have told me. The foremost of them being that he values his life. Sure as hell, not in our bedroom. His knees separate mine. We don't fight in there. Since when? That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. That's the only private space we have in the entire house. Since right now, I just made the rule, no fighting in our bedroom. That's not how this works. Sure it is. He drops a gaze to my mouth. We make the rules when they come to us. Go ahead, make one. A rule? I draw my leg up, bracing my foot on the ground, so he'll have the leverage if I want it. But the movement also drags my inner thigh up the side of his hip. And damned if that doesn't instantly summon the ache in his prime position to ease. Anything, we don't keep secrets. No more ask me. No more tests to see who's in and who's out in this relationship. It's full disclosure between us. I take a steady breath and map out the golden flecks in his eyes, just in case it's the last time. Or it's nothing. Done. I'm serious. My hand slips up his chest to juncture on his shoulder of his neck. Even though I know you're right, and I wasn't asking the right questions because I was afraid of the end. Oh my gosh, TikTok, entertainment TikTok, but she just admitted it. You little fucking twat waffle. You just fucking admitted the questions because I was afraid of the truth. So I was angry. And then you went fucking. She's 21, Wise. She's 21. And maybe I still am, given the fact that you're never going to. Never completely open with me. Almost everyone in my life has kept secrets from me because I didn't ask the right questions. Then learn to ask the right questions. Do you notice the recurring. I didn't look further than the face value and understand that there will be times you can't tell me everything. That's the nature of what we do as writers. But I need you to stop setting me up for failure by insisting I have to figure out what there is to ask. Done. He nods. A muscle in his jaw flexes. My finger slides up the warm column of his neck and into his hair. I need to know you'll be here, that no matter what happens, you'll come back so we can talk it out or fight it out. His gaze drops to my mouth and skims over my features. My heart clutches and I slide my hand along his chest, along his ribs to his back, and then I hold on. Done. Yes, we were all young and naive ones. I got to calm down. Let's calm down. I understand. The lines between his brows smooth. I need you to know that no matter what information I hold, you trust me. Love me enough to realize I'd never let it hurt you. I'm not the easiest person to know, but I've learned my lesson. Believe me, even if it's classified, I won't withhold any information that affects your agency. He swallows and balances his weight on one arm, then runs the back of his hand down the side of my cheek. I need to know that you won't run, that you know that you never have to. I love you, I whisper. You could throw my entire world into upheaval and I would still love you. You could keep secrets, run a revolution, frustrate the shit out of me, probably ruin me in more ways than one. Pharaoh. And I would still love you. I can't make you stop. I don't want to. You're my gravity. Ooh, you're my gravity. That's a good one. I like that one. Nothing in my world works without you. Gravity, he whispers. A slow, beautiful smile curves his mouth. The one force we can never escape, I tease. Then my smile falls. I mean it, though. I lift my brows at him. You have to let me all the way in, or all the love in the world won't hold us together. I am a person who needs information to center myself. Done, he whispers. You want to know about my father, my grandfather, Sigale, the rebellion? Maybe something easier. Where's your mother? He starts, but quickly masks the reflex. He startles, but quickly masks the reflex. No one talks about her, I continue. There are no paintings, references to her in Caldera executions. Nothing. It's like you were hatched and not born. The moment stretches between us. She left when I was young. Their marriage contract said an heir had to survive to the age of 10, and then she was free to go, which is what she did. I haven't seen or heard from her since. The sound of her voice is dragged across the broken glass. God damn. That's kind of fucked up. Damn, man. Wow. Oh. My hands blaze wide on his chest. I'm sorry. Now I feel like shit for asking. I'm not, he shrugs. What else do you want to know? Because I can't do this again. I can't go through months of uncertainty fighting to get you back, not knowing if I fucked up the only thing that really matters in life. His eyes close briefly. Not that I won't, if that's what you need. When did it manifest? I slide my hand up his neck. The signet. About a month after the shadows did. I'd already seen Carr kill another first year for reading minds, so then it hit. I held my shit together and went to Sigale, and when Carr asked if I had any other strange abilities emerge since he knew Sigale had bonded with one of my relatives, I lied my ass off. And when my ability to control shadows seemed stronger than he expected, they had no reason to dig deeper. The corner of his mouth tilted upward. It helps that the writer's record was thought to be my great uncle, not my grand. No, the great. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. What? Wait, what did I say? I think in my video I messed up and said grandfather. I think I misspoke correctly. I misspoke correctly in my review on that one. That's kind of funny. Oh, wow. Okay, she's really the only one who knows. She is. She made me promise not to tell anyone. She thinks anyone who knows will kill me or use me as a weapon. Shit, this isn't exactly what I did. The second you were with Milgren, I'd ask. No, he whispers, lifting a hand and brushing back the long finger cheek. You asked me for the good of the mission, but you never used it for personal gain. He leans in, resting his forehead against mine. Tell me we're all in the right. Tell me this didn't break us. Promise you won't use it on me again. I hold his gaze and curls my finger into the fabric of his shirt. I promise, he whispers, and softly kisses me. Now do you want your present? Presents? Presents make it all better. I arched my body up against his. You lost 2 of your daggers fighting Solus. I had 2 new ones made. A slow smile spreads across his face. Just have to disarm me. And they're yours. I slide my hand down his chest and do just that. This is why it was so significant to the Tarn. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a good point. That's why Tarn didn't know, and that's a good. We're gonna have to really sit down and table that discussion. I'm gonna table that one. All right, moving on. December 19th. I write the date on the next balance sheet of the parchment in my notebook, then stare. We're 2 days away from solstice, and still the assembly won't budge. Excuse me. But it's only an 8-hour flight to Samara, so I'm holding on to hope that we'll do the right thing. Anything in Lyra's journal? Riri asks as she slides into the seat next to me at Battle Brief. Nearly every head in our squad turns towards me, and the weight of their expectations form a pit in my stomach. It's the same question every day, and I don't have an answer. I told you guys, when she finishes, I'll let you know. It only took one frustrating day trying to translate and failing before I handed it over to Jesse. I haul my new conduit out of my pack and set it in my lap. Felix gave them to every second and third year last week, and theirs are out too. The writers imbuing shiny pieces of alloy for daggers and every spare second and ounce of energy they have. But mine has a special edition. I asked for one after our battle with Solus, a strap of a bracelet to keep from losing it in combat. It's long enough to let the orb slide into my palm, but keeps it strapped to my arm in case I need to free myself. So she got it like a little walkie on her hands, and she oh, she's gonna like smack somebody up across the head with it. That's legit. The Flyer's been working on carving shimmering Morrisite arrowheads to fill their quivers as well. Over the last 2 weeks since our meeting with Milgren, the atmosphere has changed from a war college to straight up war. Yeah, like a nunchuck. Exactly. She's a nervous energy in the house that reminds me of the change in the air just before the storm. All second and third years are being instructed in runes and can't, and even I can admit Kat is still the best of our year. She's the only one who's mastered a tracking rune capable of tracking someone else's rune. Mind-blowing. Our forge is glowing nonstop to produce weapons, and every rider has been pulled from the coastal outposts and pushed to the border regions, both with Navari and Pramila. Settle down, Professor Devereux orders from the center of the stage as Brennan joins her, and the theater quickly falls quiet. That's better. Riddick puts his feet up on the chair ahead of him, and Riri swats them down, leveling a behave or else look at him. What? He grumbles, sitting straight up. You've heard the death roll for the last week. No losses to discuss. As most of you know, we have no new attacks to report, Deborah begins. And Riddick shoots Riri, and I told you so, rise of his brows. But we do have an updated map that we think is over 90% accurate, thanks to flying patrols. She turns down the giant map of the continent and lifts her hands. Red flags begin moving in an undeniable pattern, pulling away from the strongholds and gathering to the east. Most settled directly across the border from Samara, while a few red flags spread out along our border. They left Pavis, Riddick notes, leaning forward. They've left everywhere in the south, Sawyer adds, and the Tyrish border too. The north and the province of Signis and Bravrik still splatter with red, but not Zola. Marin sighs a few seats down on the left, and Kat presses her lips in a tight line next to hers. They obviously don't know our wards aren't operating at full strength. What can you ascertain from the reported movements? Deborah asks, turning back to a few faces. Brennan folds his arms in front of the chair and looks down his feet before leveling a gaze to us. I know that look. He's feeling guilty. Good. They're preparing for the battle Milgren foresaw, a rider from the Third Wing calls out. At least the Assembly isn't keeping Milgren's request a secret. Just how they individually voted in regard to taking action on it. Agreed, Deborah said, nodding in his direction. It's hard to get an accurate count, but we estimate an upward of 500 wyvern. 500, that is 500. She glances at Brennan, and when she doesn't speak, continues, there are dark wilders among them. A litany of swear words and a mumble throughout the theater. And this is why we're not engaging, some of the First Wing asks. Because we're spiteful, Quinn said behind me. What was that, cadet? Deborah calls out. Quinn shifts in her seat, but when I glance back, her head is held high. I said it's because we're spiteful. She repeats, louder this time. Nailed it! Riri says under her breath, nailed it! Riri says under her breath. Brianna clears his throat. We're not engaging because the assembly voted and decided the casualty rate among the rioters and flyers would be far too great. A battle this size could annihilate our forces, leaving the rest of the continent undefended. I shake my head at just how familiar that reasoning sounds. Some of us have families in Navari. Evelyn says in the front row with me and the other first years in our squad, are we supposed to sit back and wait and hear if they die? They should have left, a writer retorts from somewhere in the vicinity of Second Wing. Not everyone has the means to pick up their entire lives and move just because a war is coming, you elitist prick. We can argue both ways. I get it. But if a war is coming, do you really want to be in the middle of the war or get to I don't know. That's a tough argument. All right. Evelyn counters, her voice rising. She has a point and mutters the agreement throughout. The wings rise in the volume and pitch. This is not what battle brief is for, Deborah shouts. We quiet down, but the energy is shifted and it's not a positive direction. Let's spin this another way, Brendan says. If you were Milgren, what would you be doing right now? Shitting myself. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, Brendan? What's up, brother? Hey, if y'all like artwork, y'all go check out Brendan Connors. He's got some good artwork. Y'all go check out his stuff. He's live on TikTok all the time. He does, wood burning, and he does painting. Go check out his stuff. Dude's super awesome. Go check him out. Seriously, go check him out. He's awesome. Okay, sorry, where was I? Nailed it. Brendan clears his throat. We're not engaging this because the assembly voted. She has a point and mutters in agreement throughout the wind's rise. This is not what battle brief is for, Deborah shouts. We quiet down, the energy is shifted, and it's not a positive direction. Let's spin this another way, Brendan says. If you were Milgren, what would you be doing right now? Shitting myself, Roddick answers. Brendan rubs the bridge of his nose. Other than that. Bolstering the wards, Riri offers, as long as they remain at full power, this is all just bluster and part of the enemy. Excellent point, Cadet Mathis. Brennan nods. So he has to choose between arming his forces or keeping the power supply concentrated in the armory. I appreciate all the gifts, y'all. Appreciate it. The question comes out of First Wing. Another excellent point, Grennams. What's the problem with arming the forces? Spreading out the dagger lessens the effects. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? The efficiency as the power supply for the war. Hold it. Riri replies, even if the energy isn't actively being spent killing Dark Worlders, the wards are still weaker. Right, Brennan says, look straight at me. And what would you choose to do, Cadet Sorengale? Why you gotta look at me, Brennan? Why you gotta point fucking... You gotta ask Violet's just sitting there, mind her own business. Ask somebody else. Like, that's kind of jacked up. Besides actually fighting to defend the innocent civilian, the words are out of my mouth before I can think twice about calling my brother out in public. You see what I'm saying? I knew. If you were Milgren, his head tilts in from the look back. I know I'm not going to get the mother of all lectures after this. I studied the map for a heartbeat. I'd have pulled every dagger from the coastal outpost before to reinforce and boost the power supplies at the border outpost. They're powerless once they cross the wards. Wyverns die. Vinny can't channel. That leaves them hand-to-hand combat or artillery, Kat adds. Exactly. I glance at her and nod. As long as Navari forces can't physically repel the Dark Welders and keep them from scattering their power supply in the armory, then there's no real danger from incursion. And that's my point exactly. The Milgren saw them being defeated. A flyer from Second Wing says, let's run with that though. Devon gestures at the map. Should the wards at Samara fall, what would happen? They'd have a direct line to the hatching ground, someone answers. No, I reply. The portion of the wards would fall back to its normal distance in about 3 or 4 hour flight from Basgai, just like ours. The power supplies in the outpost extend the wards. They don't create them. So while a large piece of the Navari would go unprotected, blinking, my gaze finds my brother. He nods. Milgren was bluffing, banking on us not to fully understand how the wards work. He used a scare tactic to get us to agree to fight. Hey, thank you for the gifts, brother. Appreciate it. Dang, thank you, brother. That is amazing. All the gifts. I appreciate y'all. P's here? Hey, P showed up. I got told P was here. Welcome, P. Thanks for all the gifts, Brennan. I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. Welcome, Pay. Hope everybody's good. All right. Oh, thank you for the lightning bolts. Thank you for the lightning bolts. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for all the gifts. If I've missed any gifts and y'all have given them, I apologize for that. Thank you all. Thank you all for the gifts. I appreciate it. All right. All right. So Milgram was fucking bluffing. Little bitch ass he was. Little bitch ass bitch. That's why he's a chode. All right. My mind spins and my heart lurches forward into my throat. I stare at the map at the thin line of the border that remains uncrossed by what appears to be an undefeatable legion of an enemy. And though it's so terrifying I can barely reach, it begins to take hold. How old is this information? I'm sorry. Deborah brows raised. How long had they been sitting on the border? I clarify my nails, biting the palms into my hand as I tighten my fist, pushing down the fear threatening to consume me. She glances at Brennan, who replies, they've been there for 3 days. The morning's report confirmed they haven't moved. Oh, gods. We act now. Taryn's voice rumbles through my head. I stuff everything into my bag. Do I need my helmet? As Devara calls out to another rider to answer the question. What are you doing? Riri asks in a whisper. I notice almost every member of my squad has turned to watch. I need to find Zayden. I sling my pack over my shoulder and slip my arms through the straps, preparing to stand. It's not Samara. Samara's a distraction? I don't know the map. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I don't know the map. Where are they? Ah! I need a map. I need to see the map. Mother. Fuck. Where's the... Ah, okay, hang on. Son of a gun. What are you doing? I need to find Zayden. I sing the pet. It's not Samara. All right. Rihanna puts her things away and the rest of the squad follows with her. We're coming with you. There's no time to argue, so I nod and we all file out, learning a few shouted protests from Deborah, but the sound only burst into roars in my ears as my thoughts spin faster and faster. The hallway is relatively empty ever since every cadet in battle brief making for a quick exit to the western wing of the house. Where are you? I asked on the bod. In a strategic meeting in the assembly chambers, Aiden asks why. I'm headed your way. I need you. I need to see. I wish I could see this map and study it for fucking 5 minutes and see. I bet I could figure it out. Son of a bitch. Okay. I need you. We passed the doors in the history room and then the great hall. Is anyone going to tell us why we just walked out of battle brief? Cat. Ah! She's being cool. Why is all the people? Ah! Cunty Cat asks a few steps behind me. Violet has a look in her eyes. Riri explains, keeping at my side, the same one she's had before squad battle last year, Sawyer says. She's on to something. And from our experience, you just roll with it. Brianna finishes, exactly. Like, just go. What's up? Are you talking about the map in the front? The map's in the front, but I don't know where all the pieces are. I don't know that. This is the map of the continent right here, but I don't know where all the... See, I have the map. That one is just bad guys. But I don't know where all the troops are actually stationed, so I can't see, you know what I'm saying? Because they have where all the people are. So this is Samara here. They're way down over. They're down here. It's a 3-hour flight, so they're kind of like, you see what I'm saying? If I could probably figure this out. So I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, digressing. Because Samara's right there at that 3-way intersection at the Stonewater Valley. So, yeah. I just need to see the actual troop movement and I can figure it out. So, okay, sorry. This is why we are. Okay, so listen. Okay, really quick. Check the first book, the map, the keys. All right, the keys are in the drawer, Wise. So really quick before we'll get to that, Mon. We'll get to that. Let me finish this chapter. We'll finish that chapter. Let me get to that. Okay. I'm in the assembly room. I'm headed your way. We passed the door to history in class. Is anyone going to tell us why we just walked out of battle brief? Cunty Cat asks, and a few steps behind me. Violet has a look in her eyes. Riri explains, and we just roll with it. Rihanna finishes. Zayden walks out of the assembly chamber and headed straight for me, meeting us in the middle of the hallway. What's wrong? It's not Samara we have to worry about. Why? It's because he keeps his eyes despite me shuffling his squads. It's because they're sitting there waiting, I explained. They've been waiting for 3 days. Why? If I knew their thought process, this war would be over, he replies. Mogren says they were overrun on solstice. That's the day after tomorrow. Gods, we're going to have to move quickly, he nods. Why we're not going to take down the wards at Samara, they can't fly past them. Plus, smaller hordes are moving along in the full border. I think Samara is just a distraction. I get that, but I need to see where they are. I think they're waiting for them all to fall. His eyes flare in a heartbeat. The battle can't take place somewhere else, Sawyer argues. Milgren would see it. Not if we're there, Sloane counters. Milgren can't see the outcome if 3 of us are there. Remember, she holds up her forearm, where the relic wins above the edge of her sleeve. Exactly, my fingernails bite into my palm. He can't see the real fight if we're there. He has all his forces concentrated on Samara when they should be at Basgiath. Where's Basgiath? Is there. They're there. So he's saying they're coming in from the north. Okay. At Basgiath, Zayden finishes my thought and his eyes search mine. The veil. Yes. Do you want to go back? He asks. Of course we do, Riddick answers. I wasn't asking you. Zayden holds my glaze. Do you want to go? Do I? Navarre has lied to their people, lied to us for 600 years. They would never come to our aid, Sloane says. They definitely never come to ours, Cat agrees. They let the Promish civilians die time and time again, safely tucked behind their wards, pulling the blindfold over Navarre citizens' life. The hatching grounds are there, Rihanna argues. We have our own here, Traeger counters. At least I think that's Traeger, since I can't seem to look away from Zayden. He's a stable ground beneath my feet as my mind spins faster and faster. My squad mates voicing contradictions, opinions, and I match their own thoughts. My family is Maureen. Avalon pleads. The voice behind me blurs as they're truly beginning to argue. We have to leave almost immediately, Zayden says, his voice cutting through the noise. They lied to us, executed your father, tortured me. TikTok, entertainment purposes. I force myself to stop their counter-transgressions before they overwhelm my conscience. Yes, I keep thinking about the infantry cadets, the healers, and even the scribes. People like Corey stayed behind, those who just want to defend their homeland. Reaching forward, I grasp to his arms and hold steady as the argument rages around us. I get the distant impression by the increased volume that we're not the only squad here anymore. Yes, if we don't go, we're no better than they are, leaving the civilians to die, and then that might be the very weapon they need. My grip tightens on him. Do you want to fight? He asks, leaning down as the argument lessens around us. Everyone wanting to hear what I say next probably. Say the word, and I'll take it to the assembly. And if they won't support it, we'll go with whomever will. I go wherever you go. Damn. The thought of risking my friends, of losing them, my stomach churning. I don't want to put Taryn and Adarna in danger. I would rather die than gamble Zayden's life, but there's no real choice. Going might risk death, but staying risks us becoming just like our enemy. We have to go. Bum, bum, bum! End scene. Bam! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom! All right. Did you say Captain Save a Hose? Time to mount up and fly. Captain Save. Same look-wise. Well, hang on. What's up? They're following the river up from Mara. We should make one for. What are we doing? I can see why it's go to full coach mode. Oh my lord. Okay. So since the whiteboard is here, so this is the deal. Just so everybody knows. So everybody knows all the gifts that you've sent me on here doing these lives. They're piling up. Once we have enough, I'm gonna buy a whiteboard. So that's the thing. Any donations or whatever, money, gifts, all that stuff that y'all give me, it's gonna go right back into us. Okay. So we're spending the money on us. So when I get that, I'll order the whiteboard, and I'm getting a whiteboard. We'll roll it out here. We'll put maps. I'll teach. We'll do how to do the movements and everything. Chef's kiss. I got you. Okay. There we go. I just wanted to say that because I know we were talking, Mon brought up the whiteboard earlier, and I wanted to make sure we didn't forget that. Okay. Woo! Yes, it is on wheels. Oh, we got plenty of string in this house. You don't have to worry about that with all the art project list does. Trust me. We got red string, blue string, white string, orange string. We got all the strings. I'm telling you. Oh, dry, we got it. We will have it all. Yes, oh, yes. Our wholesome wing leader. That's debatable, the word wholesome. We could argue that one. So much red string. I'm telling you. Yeah. What is it? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's how we're going to get. If y'all haven't seen the show, well, you've at least seen the meme. We're doing it. We're getting there. Okay? We're doing it. Just so you know. Okay. Are we ready for 59? Are we ready for 50? That's exactly how you... We're doing it. Oh, we're going to have fun. Trust me. Somehow I'm going to get it figured out. We're going to get a live schedule, and we're going to have one day we don't read and we just have discussions, and we're whiteboarding it out and everything else. It's going to be great. I fear wives may not be able to stop. Never. Stop what? Wait. Is Brendan still here? I know he came in and gave me so many gifts. Seriously, so if y'all don't know that, Brendan Connors, he's my cousin's partner, and they're up in their state, and they do some cool stuff. So if you get a chance, just go, just peep him out. That guy, he's an awesome dude. He's super cool. So yeah, if he's still here, I just want to make sure. I don't know if he left. Hey,
can I vote for a pink string theory?
So yes, look. Pink, we got pink string. Oh, it looks red on screen, but it's pink. See, we've already got the string. We're good. We just got to get the board. We got white, we got pink, we got it all. We got it all. We're gonna
put it in that drawer.
In that drawer.
If I forget, somebody remind me. It's in this drawer. This one.
That one under the Fourth Wing book.
I'll forget.
Oh, we'll get all the photos. Listen, we'll print photos out. We got it all. We will print. I'll cut the photos out. I got kids. We have arts and craft. No, I don't want to co-host with you. Decline. Ha! The string is in the drawer. The string is in the drawer. I need to get a haircut. I think I need a haircut, babe. I need to get a haircut. I need to figure out how to do this. Everyone remember where the string is, right? We're going to have to post an announcement in Discord. Is anybody new here? If there is anybody new here and you would like to join myself, Wise, and my feral voices, as you see down in the chat, just make yourself known. Let us know. We will invite you to the Discord, and you can hang out there. Danica is moving. Oh, Danica, listen. Danica, hey, why are you joking? Why are you joking? Listen, she's still here. She's working on her Pilates, okay? She's still here. She hasn't moved out yet. She was complaining something about it was too cold like last week. I don't know. At least I'll stay warm. Anyway, are we ready for 59? I think we joked around enough on that one. All right. 59 is not too bad. You might be able to get. All right. Here we go. Hey, it's a DW Joy. Did she leave and come back? Welcome back, DW. Discord. Oh, thank you for posting Discord. All right. Here we go. 59. Are we ready? I love this. We do not eat our allies. That's a great Terran's personal addendum to the Book of Brennan, as quoted by Cadet Violet Sorngale. Oh, we do not eat our allies. We've heard it like 5 times now. That's so great. Chapter 59. I can make it on my own, Adarna argues 3 hours later as the cadets scurry into our hasty and unauthorized formation in the center of the valley. It's an 18-hour flight, I remind her, checking all the joints of her new harness. Thank God she's still only half the size of Sigale now, so Terran can still carry her. I respect your decision to come, but this is the only way. She can only fly for an hour or two before her wing muscles completely cramp. And you think I should be carried like a juvenile? You are a juvenile. She huffs a breath of steam, and I walk underneath her, and I fit my fingers between her scales and the soothing metal that carves under her shoulder. I think Terran is capable of bearing your weight. You can fly until you retire, or you hold back the ride. But wearing a harness for quicker clipping is the only way. I'm letting you come. That's what she said. I'm sorry, I was a dragon. I'm not risking you. You're getting left behind, and if you fall off the formation, I tug at the steel just to be sure it doesn't give like mine did when we flew back to Basgaiath last summer. I get it. You don't want to be carried. Sometimes I don't want to fly in the saddle, but it's what I need to do in order to ride. It's your choice. You can come in the harness, or you can stay behind. Dragons do not answer to humans. She bristles, straightening her posture. No, but they do answer to their elders. Ah, Taryn grumbles, grunts, his claws flexing in the green glass beside his. Only the eldest of our den, she counters as I walk out from under her carefully not to step on my flight jacket and pack that I've left on the ground. It's too damn hot up here to be dressed for the reality of December. Sure, I'll just go ask Coda really quick. A quip sarcastically jumped backward when a griffin barrels it by at full speed. What the hell? They might be slower than dragons in the sky, but they're frightening fast on the ground. They're also less happy about being left behind, according to Mern. Try not to get killed before we get there, Vi. I think we might need you. Riddick teases from my left, waiting in front of Atrum, who snaps the next griffin who races by a little too close. I half expect to see feathers fall from between his teeth when he draws back his head. Perhaps I will be the oldest of my den. Adarna arches her neck, tracking a flock of birds in the sky. I follow her line of sight, then quickly looking away for the brightness of the sun stinging my eyes, burning my vision for a second and making her scales look shiny sky blue before I blink the spots away. I'm still in my middling years, Taryn grumbles. You'll be waiting a while. Really? She shimmies in the harness in a more comfortable position. I figure you were decades into your elder era. You certainly act like, God damn, she's like my daughter. She's brutal, man. Fucking brutal. Taryn turns his head slowly, his eyes narrowing at Darna. You don't act a day over 100. God damn, I rest assured, Taryn. And then I offer a smile to Marin as she approaches with cunt. I hate that we can't come, Marin says, swinging her leather rucksack from her shoulder. We're supposed to stick together as a squad, right? I wouldn't be able to weld. I remind her as she crouches, digging through her pack. The second you cross Navarian warrens, you'd be defenseless and targeted by the riders and the Vinny alike. That's not a great combination. Then we'll slow you down. We've heard it. Cunt unfolds her arms and in front of her chest, surveys the chaos as Fergie lands ahead of us, flaring her wings before touching down near Riri. Doesn't mean we don't feel like shit that you're rushing off to battle while we study. I'm not sure about the study part, since I think that Devra's red club tail up there. Riddick adds, pointing toward the head of the formation. Here, Mira pulls out a small crossbow and a leather cap quiver from her pack and then stands. Hate to tell you this, but you're awful with the longbow. Thanks. This will give you a secondary weapon if you run out of daggers. Just pull back the string until it catches here. Knock the arrow in the flight groove. She points to the center of the bow. Pull the lever with your forefinger. It's compact and won't take too much strength to operate. The gesture is so kind that a lump grows in my throat. It's perfect. Thank you. Gosh dang it. Why? Everybody's being so nice. Everybody's being so nice now, like a team. We're all one happy family. Thank you for the lightning bolts and the finger hearts. And all the other stuff that has been popping up if I have missed it. Congratulations, DW level 6 in the fan club. What happens if I hit celebrate? I hit celebrate. Huzzah! I don't know if it did anything. Celebrate, 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 dance to the music. All right. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. Take the weapon. 4 fingers. These are all Morside arrowheads imbued with rune to explode. Oh, they're like Hawkeye now. They got exploding arrow tips. That's pretty legit. Explode on impact. She lifts her dark brows. They're cushioning the quiver, but do not drop this. Ooh. Got it. I take the quiver from her, then slip them both into my pack. The assembly won't budge. Aiden says he's dressed in full flight gear, his sword strapped across his back, and he walks with his sibling. Stubborn assholes. Mira also dressed for flight, her sword sheathed at her side, but Brennan isn't. And the anger simmering from my brother's narrowed gaze is aimed straight at me. They won't fight even knowing that the hatching grounds are a risk. Roddick challenges heading our way with Sawyer, Imogen, and Quinn. They think we're wrong, Zayden answers. They think that we're rushing into enemy territory with underearned cadets is a mistake, Brennan snaps, and I agree. You're going to get cadets, including yourself, schmilled. It's not like we're taking the first years, Rihanna says. Oh, Riri, you've never been to war, my sweet summer child. I love you and you're a badass, but oh my lord. Okay, I got you. I like it, but oh my lord, your world's about to get flipped turned upside down. Fastening the straps of the sheaths around her flight jacket, which is bullshit. Garrick bites out. Sloan and the other first years walking up with him, all wearing flight leathers and determination. We have just as much right to defend the hatchling grounds as second and third years. The pleading yet accusatory, what, Alpha Centauri. The accusatory look he gives me sinks in my heart. He had just as much right, maybe more, to defend Navarre as anyone here. None of you are going, Brennan starts. You'd rather stay here knowing there's a chance that Mom will die. Oh, that's all right. I mean, he didn't seem to really care. I step towards my brother and Mira pivots to my side, facing Brennan. He flinches, my head drawn back like I hit him. She had no trouble sending any of the three of us to our deaths. Brennan Glaze jumps between Mira and me, looking for understanding that neither of us give him. We don't have time for this, Aiden lectures. If you aren't coming, Brennan, that's on you. But if we don't leave now, there's a chance we'll be too late to defend Basgaiath. He turns, pointing a finger at the first years, and absolutely not. Most of you haven't even manifested a signet. I'm not out serving you up with your dragons as another energy source. I've manifested, Sloan protests, grasping the straws of a rucksack, and you're still a first year, Zayden counters. Mathis, get your squad ready to launch, then find your wing leader and follow orders. For further... Oh, I gotta do a puzzle! Got a puzzle, hang on, puzzle, hit the puzzle. First try, baby, yes, we're getting good at the puzzles. Ha ha, bitches. Where was it? Get your squad ready to launch, then find your wing leader. For further orders, we'll need to fly straight through. I'll take Violet with all due respect. Rihanna straightens her posture and stares him down. Unlike War Games' second squad, Flame Squad, 4th section, we remain intact. Though you're welcome to join us. Ooh, Riri. What are we doing, Riri? That was, Sawyer and Riddick moved to my side. And I know if I fall back, Quinn and Imogen will be there. Zayden lifts his scared brow at me, and instead of contradicting Rihanna, I glance at my sister. Same goes for you. You're welcome to just join, but I stay with my squad. I respect it, Riri. I respect it. I respect that. Hell yeah. I like it. I respect it. All right. Moving on. The wind blows bitterly cold against my face nearly 18 hours later. Okay, 18 hours. That's like driving from, just so y'all know, that's like driving from Georgia to the middle of Texas, just so you know. That's a long-ass drive. That's actually 18, that's Florida to Texas. That's the tip of Florida. That's the tip of Florida to Texas. Oh, that's a long-ass drive. As we cross the Moore Providence and follow the Icobos River through the winding mountain range that leads to Basgaiath. I've never been so thankful that my body heat when I channel. Everyone else in our party must be frozen in the core. It's a testament to General Milligan's certainty about Samara that we aren't stopped by any patrols, because there are none. Even the Midgard posts are devoid of riders as we fly in a riot of 50 led by Taryn and Sigel. We may have left the first years behind, but we also gained some of the active riders who have been stationed along the cliffside border, like Mira, who's flying in Tyne directly behind me as if she's scared to let me out of her sight. Amser is indeed within the veil. Tyne will relay communications for the squad while they locate your mother. Tarn finishes telling me the plan devised by leadership mid-flight that will allow us to recon, then adjust to whatever we find waiting for us. My assigned task is getting through to my mother. No pressure or anything. When we reach the upcoming bend in the river, you'll release your harness from mine, Tarn tells Adarna. Fly to the Vale and stay there. An adolescent black dragon will raise human suspicion of Basgaiath. Hide among dark kind until it's over. What if you'd need me like last time? I can stay hidden right at your side. My heart clenches at the memory of how she appeared on the battlefield, even after I begged her to stay hidden. She'd risked her life to help us and nearly lost it in the process. Stay with the Feathertails. They'll need all the protection if the wards fall. And report anything the second field's off. If we're too late, then God's help us all. At the bend of the river, Adarna detaches and flies alongside us until the beats of her smaller wings can't keep up. Then she dives to the ice-crusted river beneath us. The Vale, I remind her. I'll be where I am needed, she counters, banking left, leaving a trail of the river in favor of the snow-capped ridgeline that leads back to the flight field and up the Vale. That didn't sound like she intends on listening. She never does. I tell Taryn as we watch until she fades from view. I warned you what adolescents are like. He tucks his wings and dies, leaving my stomach behind as we drop 1,000 feet in altitude in a matter of breaths, then level out once we're only 100 feet above the tall oak trees that line the river approaching Basgiath from the south. Everything looks as it should, dying evening light, identical to when we left 6 weeks ago, simply covered in a fresh coat of snow. I look over my shoulder to see half the right, first, second, and third wings break off, heading towards the flight field. As long as everyone sticks to the plan, the next quarter will land in the courtyard of the quadrant, while the rest of us continue to the main campus. Can you sense anything off? I ask as the walls of the Riders' Quadrant come within view. Only half the windows in the dormitory are lit within. An ache settles in my chest. No matter what cruelty transpired here, there's an enormous part of me that considers this place home. It's where I studied, where I climbed trees with Dane, and where my father taught me the wonder of the archives. It's where I fell in love with Zayden, and I learned just how much had been omitted from those very archives. The wards are still up. We've made our presence known from the Empyrean, and I can definitely sense their displeasure, if that's what you mean. We cross over the courtyard. The tail and claw sections peel off the formation with Deverin in the lead, causing untold damage to the masonry as they land wherever they fit along the walls. But, what is that? Grimy is in residence, and since she's reaching out to her mate, who is at Samara, to contact Coda. At what point will you and Sigale be able to cover a distance like that? We pass the parapet as nothing more than a heartbeat, and Terranbank's left. Years. Grimly and Mace have been mated for many decades. He races over the bell tower of the main college at Basgiath, then flares his wings and beats them backward, halting our movement at the sound of the alarm cries from the watchmen of the 4 towers, shouting down their warnings. There are people down there, I tell him, as he sinks gracefully into the main campus courtyard. They'll move. Yes, that's a pain. Yes, it was a painful Dane. I hate saying his full name. If y'all didn't know, I looked it up. It's Dane Amachode Atos. That's his middle name is Amachode. It's official. Just so you know, it's an official. It's official. Official. Anyway, digressing. Should you change your mind, I'll simply claw through the roof to reach you. I unbuckle quickly, strap the bag of daggers I was assigned to carry. Each one of us has ones, and I climb out of the saddle. I'll be all right, I promise. Working to his shoulder without so much as removing my flight goggles or tighten the straps on my pack. Speed matters. Since only one dragon can land here at the time, I'll be alone until Sigale follows. My muscles protest the sudden movement after hours of riding, but I make it to his shoulder, then slide down the familiar ridges of his scales until my feet touch the ground at Basgiath. The second I'm clear, the slipping of the strap to my bag to my shoulder, Terran launches skyward. He's strong but also heavy, and his talons barely clear the roofline of the infantry quadrant as he flies off. Officers stand in stunned silence as against the walls, staring at me with blatant shock, and I open the archive doors just a crack to fill my body with enough energy to weld, just in case one of them decides to make a move. Hands up, I scan the threats around me, taking note of the one captain in navy blue reaching for his sword. I retreat toward the wall beside the stairs leading up to the administration building until I feel frozen stone against my back. Sigale leaning an instant later, momentarily obscured my view from the would-be enemies, and Zayden dismounts, shadows in one hand, sword in the other, as he echoes my previous movements, giving me only his back as he retreats to my side. When Sigale launches from the courtyard, Tyne swipes down, taking her place in a perfectly timed coordination, moving up the stairs, catching my attention, and I pivot, putting myself between Zayden and my mother as she descends with slow, deliberate steps. Her hand on the hilt of her sheathed short sword. Nolan Omega Chode steps a few steps behind her. Here we go. Shadows steam around me, racing across the cobblestone and stopping the first few steps as my mother reaches it. Her sigh is more pure annoyance, and the twin bruise lie in her house circles beneath her eyes as she narrows at us. Mom, power crackles, lifting the loose tendrils in my hair as I glance back at the man who helped hold me prisoner. Really, Violet? You couldn't use the front door? She glances at Mira and her glance turns upward as Kath descends. Her face falls, but she holds her posture rigid as ever. He's not with us, Mira says, holding her sword pointed at the captain who's been working his way out. In fact, he's pretty pissed we came. Mom's head tilts slightly in a moment. I know she means she's taking to She's talking to Amser. Seems we've been fully invaded. We're not here to fight you. We're here to fight for you, I tell her. You might not believe me, but your wards are in danger. Our wards are perfectly fine. I'm sure you can feel it. Mom crosses her arms, and Chode joins us. Oh, for fuck's sake. She calls across the courtyard. Holland, open the damn gates before these dragons take off the roof. She looks pointed at the shadows blocking the path. They lift, retreating the tips to my boots. Let the others know the gates are opening, I tell Taryn. Hey, Sean showed up. What's up, Sean? Welcome, my brother. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Glad you made it, my friend. All right, I will position myself accordingly. A full minute later, the guards still open the gates, revealing the rest of our squad dismounting. Trust me, Mom, the battle you expected isn't Samara. It's here. I explain my line of thinking in a few minutes and take my squad mates to reach us. Someone is going to take down your wards? Not possible, Cadet. She shakes her head as night descends in true around us. The heavily guarded every moment of every day. The biggest threat to the wards would be you. Let us check, Zayden says at my back. You know your daughter would never strip Navarre of this protection. I know exactly who my daughters are. And the answer is no. Fuck off. Mom, you're a chode. Okay, Mom is becoming... Center yourself, wise. We're calm. We're cool. I know exactly who my daughters are, and the answer is no. Her dismissal is curt. You're lucky to be alive crossing enemy airspace. Consider retaining your lives a personal gift. I think not. Mira glances through the courtyard. The courtyard should be full at this hour with soldiers returning from mess. And yet I only count 5 soldiers, 1 captain, 4 cadets. And no, I'm not counting the healers in the corner. You sent every available body to Samara, haven't you? The temperature in the courtyard plummets from freezing to nearly unbreathable. The guards behind you have signets in mine work, Mother. In fact, I'd bet money that the most powerful rider on the campus are you and who? Professor Carr? Mira moves forward fearlessly. Our forces can render aid or conquer. It's your choice. Mom's nostrils flare as the 10 seconds pass. If you won't take them to the wards, Dane says, from wherever behind me, I will. My father showed me where they were last year, which is precisely why he's with our squad. Who do you want to be? The general who saves bad guys, or the one who loses it to the very cadets who rejected your lies? I lift my chin. Black really does suit you, Violet. It might be the nicest thing she's ever said to me. Like Captain Soragale said, it's your choice. You're wasting time, I retort. With night fallen, it's officially solstice. Mom's gaze jumps to Mira, then slides back to me. By all means, let's inspect the wards. I see, Courtney, I'm with you. I have issues with Mama. I have issues with Mama Sorengale right now. I don't know if I dislike her to the extreme account or I'm just extremely annoyed with living piss out of me. You know what I'm saying? I think we're still there with her yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like Violet too. Don't get it twisted. Me and Violet are... You know what I mean? Give her a minute. All right. I'm trusting y'all. Y'all haven't done me wrong yet. Well, we haven't done her wrong yet. You know what I mean? All right. Here we go. Back on. My shoulders dip in relief, but my power at the ready as we climb the steps in the administration building, swallowing the knot of apprehension in my throat as we approach Nolan. Violet, he starts. Nolan, you better back up, buddy. TikTok entertainment purposes. Nolan, you better back. You brought back fucking born again Barlow, bitch tits. Oh. Unless fucking Jack's signet is reincarnation and they just had to like keep him dosed or something, but fuck Nolan. TikTok is a fictional character. Fucking bitch tits. Just the sound of his voice makes bile rise in my throat. I am with you. Stay the fuck away from Violet and I'll consider letting you live, if only to men riders if the battle's coming. Thank you, Zayden! Thank you. Warns the mender as we pass him into the entryway. Mage lights glow above our heads as we walk to familiar halls and a pair of healers scurrying by. Coming from the direction of the mess hall where another group of cadets in pale blue peer out of the doorway. What is that? Cadre is worried, Taryn remarks, his voice tense. What about Garrick's dragon? What would Garrick's dragon be worried about? Zayden asks, as the pathway is shared by all four of us. Runes. Oh my gosh, entertainment. We even said entertainment purposes and we got it. We got restricted. Hang on. Maybe I need to, can I appeal this like right away? Oh, it's so stupid. We even say, it's stupid. Right there. Anyway, digressing. Back to the story. It's just us 27. Oh, wait, maybe it's better. Oh, wait, it went away. Maybe it went away. Did it work? Hang on. Yeah, it looks like, wait, it says lost visibility, but no, it's still there. There's a countdown timer. Son of a gun. Anyway, digressing. What would Garrett's dragon be worried about? Zayden asks. The pathway shared by all four of us. Runes, Sigale asks. That's right. The brown scorpion tail found the lure in Resin because he's highly sensitive to them. Basgaius was built on runes, I remind them. This is different. He senses the same energy that he detected in Resin. Taryn's tone shifts. His rider officially has control of the dormitory with Devra. Garrick's in place. Hang on a second. Hang on. What does that mean? Hang on. No, don't turn the page on me. Let me read this again. Okay, he's highly sensitive. Basgaius was built on runes. This is different. He senses the same energy. They say the runes are going to be torn down. How is there a traitor among? Okay, we'll figure it out. All right. Garrick's in place. Mom leads us down the hallway to the northwest turret, then descends a spiral staircase that reminds us so much of the southern counterpart that my breath catches for the scent of the earth. Drip, drip, drip. No, we heard that at the other one. I hear the sound in my mind as clear as if it were real, as if we're in the back of the interrogation chamber. Zayden's hand takes mine, lacing his fingers through my own. You are all right. You all right? He asks, shadows wrapping around our jointed hands. They're soft, their touch soft as velvet. For a second I debate playing it off. But I was the one who demanded full disclosure, so it only seems fair that I give it respect. It seems like the interrogation chamber. It smells like the interrogation chamber. We'll set that room on fire before we leave, he promises. At the base of the stairwell is nothing, just a circular room paved with the foundation stone. Mom looks to Chode. Dane. His name is Dane. He is a Chode, but his name is Dane. Mom looks at Dane and he walks past her, examining the pattern, then pushes the rectangle stone at his shoulder height. It gives the stone scrapes and stone scrapes stone as a door swings open in the masonry, revealing a magic tunnel so cramped it would give even the bravest person claustrophobia, just like the archives, I told Zayden. My mom, like the real archives or the archives in your mind? My mom orders her accompanying soldiers to stand guard in return. Rihanna orders Sawyer and Imogen to guard them as we walk through the tunnel. Mom goes first. What happened to being guarded? Zayden asks. Walking ahead of me, mirrors at my back. The wards are guarded, he says, turning sideways when the tunnel narrows even farther. Wouldn't want you to find it suspicious if guards were stationed at the bottom of an empty stairwell, she challenges. Sometimes the best defense is simple camouflage. I walk sideways, breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth, and I try to pretend I'm somewhere, anywhere else. We're going to have fun, you and I. Varish's words slide over. Well, Varish is gone. Zayden's shadows expand from our hand to my wrist, and the pressure there feels like his arm is around him, making it bearable to get through the passage for the first 20 feet. It takes open wide again. The tunnel runs for what looks to be another 50 yards before ending a glowing archway in the hum of the energy. I swear to God. Hang on, y'all. Is Jack Barlow a fucking Vinny? Is Jack Barlow going to be at the bottom? Is he going to die? When Barlow died, did he cross over and somehow become a Vinny or something? Is he? Maybe not. Okay. Hang on. Where are we? Varish's words slide over me in a heart rate. Zayden's shadows expand in my hand, and the waist pressure there. It feels like it is bearable to get through the passage. The 20 feet it takes open. The tunnel's run looks like another 50 yards before ending at a glowing blue archway, and the hum from the energy, what I assume is a war stone, vibrates my very bones tenfold. The intensity of the one at Arisha. See, it's Mom, words die, and we'll see the same moment that she does. Two bodies in black uniforms lie on the ground, pools of their blood slowly expanding toward each other. Their eyes are open, but then they glaze at a vacant, freshly... Entertainment. TikTok. Anything that is said is all entertainment purposes. We are just here. It's fictional, TikTok. Oh boy, I feel something happening. Oh shit. Riddick whispers as the others file through their bottleneck behind us, drawing swords, daggers, and battle axes. Metal slides against metal as Mom pulls her sword, then breaks into a run, sprinting down the tunnel. No chance you'd stay here if Zayden starts. None. I say over my shoulder, racing to my mother down the long expanse. The vague sound of barking orders echoes over the tunnel with the walls as Mara catches up quickly, then passes me in a run at my mother's side while Zayden keeps pace with me. Do you know where the ward chamber opens to the sky? I ask Taryn as my boots pound the stone floor in the corridor. It has to, if it's constructed anything like Arisha. According to you, I cannot supply fire to more than one. He pauses and asks for the stock of my situation. On my way. No, Mom sends chills down my spine. And she and Mira make it to the chamber ahead of us, both charging left, weapons high. The rest of us reach the chamber, and before I can assess the situation, Zayden's shadows jerk me off my feet and into his chest as he spins us backwards, pressing my spine against the wall in the archway, and points his arm as the point of an orange scorpion tail. It's an orange... God, I don't like orange dragons. The pressing the spine against the wall, the orange scorpion tail swings to the very place I've been standing. There's a fucking dragon in here? Are you? His eyes wide flared. Didn't get me, I assume. He nods, relief shifting in gaze from the worried alert, and we both turn into the quick entrance, quickly joined by Riddick, Riri, and Chode. Hey, no cat, but please.
Chode was feeding for him.
I bet she is.
She could feel it.
I don't need a cat. Okay, hang on. Like, you're gonna... Do you understand what's happening?
It's not the time, Toe.
It's not the time, Toe. It's not the time. It's not the time. Are you? The eyes fly. Didn't get me, I assure. He nods, relief shifting his glades, worries. Rihanna, okay. My mouth drops and the power charges through my veins. So potent, my hands buzz. The ward stone is twice as large as the one in Arisha. That's what she says. As a chamber that is housed unlike Arisha, the rings and roofs carved into it are interrupted by a diamond pattern. And unlike our wards in Arisha, the ward stone is on fire! Lit on the top of the black flames that sputter and flame as a dragon emerges from behind it, the left side of the stone, driving Mom and Mira back towards us. Nuts fucking Beatty. It is fucking little Barlow's bitch ass. Fucking Barlow! Barlow is Beatty, yeah, I think, God, no. Yeah, Barlow is, God, get out of there! Turn orders as Beatty lowers his head, and I get a single glimpse of her eyes. Opaque, cat butt! Beside the chamber, a single swipe of her head. Mom flies into the stone wall. Mom, no! Cracking her head, falling into a heap. Zayden throws his hand out in the shadows, steam past, grasping both Mira and Mom, pulling them back to us as Beatty roars. Steam and spit flying from her mouth. She stalks forward, her talons clicking the floor as she maneuvers around the stone, revealing born again Jack Barlow. Bitch ass. In his seat on Beatty's back, the smile he gives me twists my stomach. Right on time, Soren Gale. Anytime you want to show up would be very appreciated, I tell Tarna. Zayden's shadows release Mira at my side, but drag my mother's unconscious body back through the archway. I can't weld in here now without endangering everyone. Besides, the charge of the stone would draw every strike to it. It's not exactly an easy location to get to, Taryn growls in reply. What the hell are you doing, bitch-ass Barlow? Chode snaps. What I promised. I sit and promise on that one, bitch tits. Entertainment, TikTok, entertainment. He answers, gleam. Zayden sends another stream of shadows, this one shooting towards Barlow as Beatty drops her jaw, her eerie eyes flashing as fire glows up her throat. Zayden, I yell as Riddick pushes past me, past all of us, and throws his forearms forward, palms out. Get down, Riddick shouts in a glimpse of a wall of ice rising before us as Zayden pulls me into the shelter of his body and crouches. The chamber glows orange for a heartbeat, then two as fire rages against the stone walls. Riddick screams as the blast dies. The second the fire ceases, we're on our feet to face Barlow and Beatty. But the dragon has disappeared behind the wardstone again. I've got him, Riri rushes forward and hooks her arms around Riddick's, then hauls him back to where only the puddle marks on the wall of ice had stood. Nothing prepared me for the sight of Riddick's burned hands. No! Blistered and bleeding. Ah! We'll take the left, Zayden says, glancing at me. Taking right, Chode agrees. Dane agrees, shooting a look at Mira, who nodded. Zayden and I run to the left, and I flip a dagger in my hand, pinching it by the tips of the readiness. Ha-ha, cat butt, and throwing it around the corner. Oh, what the fuck? Beatty is up on her back legs, front claws grasping the top of a flaming wardstone, and Barlow isn't in his seat. He takes a precious second we don't have to spot him holding on the top of Beatty's neck, clutching one of her horns. Not even Zayden is fast enough to stop the downward plunge of the short sword between the scale alongside Beatty's neck. The dragon's cry shakes the foundation of the chamber and stops abruptly when Jack pushes the blade all the way through the front of what? He's smelling his own dragon? Jack's head swings in our direction. What? Between the scales alongside Beatty's neck, the dragon cries, shaking the foundation of the chamber, and stops abruptly when pushes the blade all the way through the front of her throat. Jack's head swings in our direction as he wields an outward-facing palm, throwing a shield that deflects Zayden's shadows as blood sprays from Beatty's throat onto the wardstone. Black flames extinguishing an instant before Beatty collapses, her weight pitching forward. The wardstone tips and Jack fumbles to hold on, giving me the perfect opportunity to flick my wrist and release the dagger. I hear a satisfying cry as Zayden grabs a hold of my wrist, throwing up a wall of shadow that blocks out the chamber around us but doesn't shield us from the noise of the stone crashing, cracking, humming stops. The wards have fallen. Fucking Barlow. Entertainment TikTok, you. Is Barlow fucking Vinny the whole time? What the fuck? This is such a vibe right now. She's just in the back loving it. This is her life story right now. This is how she does it. She just sits behind me and laughs. This is what she does.
I'm just observing life.
This is what she does. Oh, can I get one of those? What the fuck was this?
Please take them from me.
No. I can't. I have to read.
Yeah. Just put them over there when I get them.
Now you have to. Now you got to reread their fight on the mat. This, we need an orange necklace ASAP. An orange airhead for Jack. Airheads?
Well, you know how he's allergic.
Oh.
You get orange peels.
Yes. No, I want to get one of those. I want to get one of those clowns we used to have that you punch and they come back up, and I just want to put Barlow's face on it so we can punch it and it just bounces back and then punch Barlow daily.
Good idea.
You know what I mean?
Does anybody know what those are called?
You all remember those?
It wasn't whack-a-mole, no.
Mm-mm. The fourth wing was seen with Jack and Violet. I missed all the shouts for the helmet.
Whack-a-balloon?
A pendulum. Yeah, it's like an inflating punching bag. And it was a clown and it would go back and forth.
Yeah, they had like sand or something in the bottom and you smack it and it come right back up.
Wise, I'm wondering why Barlow is Barlow and Dane is still a chode.
Because Barlow is so much disgust that Chode doesn't even.
Yeah, it doesn't describe it. He's beyond. Barlow is beyond reform. Chodes can be reformed. You can be a chode. You can be a born again chode. You cannot be a born again Barlow.
Jack's like the the mucus that grows on the slime, that grows on the sludge of the deepest, grossest pit ever. That's paraphrasing my best friend's wedding. By the way.
Barlow might be the new insult. If you're worse than the chode, you're going to be a Barlow. You know what I'm saying?
That is exactly. Barlow is the insult.
Barlow is the insult. You know what I mean? I'm going to have one more. What? What's up? Do I think?
Kids be saying now, they call them what? Choogies? Is that it?
The what?
Is that the word?
You're asking me what kids be calling people today? Man, I'm almost 50-year-old dude that still plays Rocket League, has 12-year-olds yelling at me. What are you talking about? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Barlow has the bar very low. Does Barlow rate above? No, I'll take if listen, if Tamlin and Barlow are the last two people on this earth, it's not even a Tamlin all day, every day. Like all day, every day. That's not even a question. I like Tamlin a lot more than people think. Like for me, Tamlin's already working on his redemption arc. Exactly, DW. Exactly. See, she's got the technical way to say the words.
Above Tamlin? Barlow's definitely worse than Tamlin.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to eat this. That's one more little gummy. Sorry if y'all can hear me chewing.
No.
And then we'll do 60. Exactly. Tamlin's already working on his redeeming. Barlow is done. Yeah. Barlow is in the group with Arabin, the Duke, all them group. You'll never be back. Nolan, that's why Nolan is the Omega Chode. Because you can only have one Barlow. But if Barlow's ever gone, then Nolan is still breathing, then he becomes the Omega Chode, the new Barlow, per se. You see what I'm saying? Is 60 long? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 pages. It's kind of what we've been on. So it'll probably take us, if y'all got another 30, 45 minutes, my kids will just have a little bit extra night tonight. Or are we busy tomorrow? I can do some tomorrow morning and then we can keep going. Or we can just keep going tomorrow night. I mean, what do we want to do? Oh, Kindle pages are different? Yeah, this one only shows 6 pages. Oh, it's 6 total pages, so front and back, maybe 12. So, or do we want to, I mean, we got to keep reading. We'll do at least 60 right now. We'll do that. All right, let's get 60 on. Excuse me. All right, chapter 60. Here we go. At its core, magic deemed balance. Whatever it takes. Oh, baby girl. Whatever it takes will be recouped, and it's not the welder who determines the price. Magic, a universal study of writers by Colonel Enzini Ruthorn. Okay, you sound pretty cool. All right. Zayden drops the shadow when we both turn at the same time to survey the damage. My heart seizes and I reach for Zayden's hand reflectively. The wardstone lies in the 2 pieces on the ground and there isn't a flame in sight. Holy Dune. Navari is defenseless. There's no seeing over Beatty's body to check on Mira, so I whip my gaze to the right, meeting Riri's eyes wide as he stands in front of the archway, protecting Riddick and my mother. Born-again Barlow stumbles backward from the blow of my dagger. But dazed. Huh?
Sorry, I'm saying finisher.
Oh. But elated and twisting his face and wrenches from the shoulder and drops to the floor. He only has minutes, I whisper to Zayden. Barlow has just schmilled his own dragon. It's unfathomable and impossible. And yet Beatty is most certainly, as Jack falls to his knees and laughs up at the sky 50 feet above us. Mira appears, moving slightly around Beatty's corpse, and Zayden gives her a subtle shake of his head. When she lifts her sword, she keeps it poised for attack, but doesn't continue forward. You know you're about to join your dragon, don't you? Zayden asks, his voice as low as shadows, and the riotous swirl at his feet. What are you doing? I palm another dagger. Getting whatever information we can. The utmost calm of his tone is unwilling. That's the thing, Barlow. Barlow says, his blonde hair covering his forehead as he falls forward into his hands. I'm not. They have us thinking we're an inferior species. But do you see how easily I controlled her? How easily the energy she bonded us with is replaced? His eyes slid shut as his fingers splay on the stone. Jack, don't do this. Nolan, the Omega Chode, storms past Riri, his features slacking when he takes in the destruction around him. You're better than this. You can choose. Good choice, Nolan. All that fucking work you did. Mm-hmm. My chest tightens. The way he said that, it's almost like he expected this, because he did. Zayden answers. His locks gazes on Jax. He wants to mend him. He's been trying to mend him since May. He's too weak to shield his intentions now. Mend what? The injuries from the fall? Zayden's brow furrows in concentration. Jax turned. I knew he turned Vinny. Somehow he managed it within the wards. How when she... Jack at one point probably like found some... There's something we didn't see. There's something we didn't see that Jack did. Okay, whatever. Or they made him before the... All right, we'll figure it out. Sorry. Somehow he managed it within the words. I think he might be sick. There is no choice, Jack shouts. And if there was, I made mine the second I saw her. He shoots a glare my way. Bond, the most powerful dragon available at threshing. Why should they determine our potential when we're capable of reaching our fate for all our own? Oh, gods, his eyes have been bloodshot for so long. When did it happen? Before the fall? It had been before I welded the first time, back in the gym that day. And I've thrown the wrong dagger. Beatty turned growls, and I glance up to see the silhouette block out the stars above us. I'm so sorry. Magic requires balance, Nolan argues. I did not give without price. It does. Does it? Jack inhales, and the stone around him turns from dark slate dusk to dusty beige. Do you understand how much power is beneath your feet? One block pales, then another, and another. Zayden, I know. Shadows shoot forward, knocking Jack backward and driving him across the floor before lifting him to the ground, pinning him in midair with X across the torso. When did you turn? Zayden asks. Wouldn't you like to know? Jack fights the binding, but Zayden closes his fists and the shadows snap even tighter. I know you're going to tell me. Zayden walks forward, because I have nothing to lose by schmilling you. So tell me when. Earn yourself a little goodwill before he challenge against me. I answer when Jack refuses to. He forces power into my body. I just didn't recognize it for what it was. How? The wards. Do not block all power like the dragons you want you to think they do. They can still feed from the ground, still channel enough to survive, even enough to fool them. Motherfucker. We not be at full strength, and we're capable of wielding greater magic under the protections, but make no mistake, we're already among you, and we are now free. Jack gestures at Beatty, and glaring alternative between me and Zayden. I'll never know what it is that you want. And you'll never know why it is he wants you. What the fuck makes you so special? This changes everything, Taryn urges. You have no idea what's coming for you. Jack gasps his shadow, his feet kicking against only air, but Zayden wraps another band around his throat, and he's still. They're faster than you think they are. He's coming with the horde of greens. They all are. Might take them a minute to read a map. Zayden's tone shifts in taunting, and you'll be long gone before they arrive. We need to keep him alive for questioning as long as possible. I shift my way carefully to avoid Jack's attention. And what's your solution for that? Zayden asks. We have to cut him off from his power. My gaze swings wise, and I see Nolan creeping up to the left. He's kept him under control all these. The serum, I tell Zayden. It must have been why they developed the signet-blocking serum. Motion near Mira makes me glance her way as Danes edge past her. They don't need a map, not when I've showed them the way. While you were busy smuggling weapons out, we were busy smuggling them in. Damn. Jack motions grows weaker, his breath more labeled. Just as Liam's. God damn it. To Liam. TikTok, it's iced tea. Not very much of it. We'll get some second. The whole place will be ours in a matter of hours. He splays his palms wide and reaches the walls and shudders the color leeches from stone. My whole church were underground. Satan pulls his alloy hilted dagger and strides forwards, but Dane gets there faster. Not yet. Dane grabs hold of Jack's head and closes his eyes after the stone color is close. 1, 2, 3. I start to count heartbeats as he, what is that? Dissection expands. On the fourth beat, Jack wrenches his hands from the wall and gasps Dane's forearms. Zayden, it's a request, and we both know it, but he doesn't ask. Dane begins to tremble. Zayden, I shout, Jack straining him. Powers ripple up on my fingertips. Ready to strike. Only when Dane screams in pain does Zayden take the final step and slam the hilt of his dagger against Jack's temple, knocking him unconscious. I rush to Dane as he stumbles backward, ripping his flight jacket, tugging it off and showing cat butt, the fabric of his uniform up his arms, revealing the matching set of gray handprints burned to his skin, the same place where Jack grabbed him. Are you all right? Gods, the skin is crinkling. I think so. Dane runs his hands down his arms in turn and flexes his fingers in appraisal. Hurts like fucking ice burn. I'm assuming you know what to do with him, seeing as you've been doing it since May. Zayden shoots Nolan a withering look. Nolan nods. Reaching Jack and pouring a vial of serum into his mouth, Zayden withdraws his shadows, allowing Jack to crumble to the floor, and then leans out and cuts away Jack's first wing patch. How many riders are here? Dane asks Nolan, who stares at Jack with a mix of disbelief and horror. Suddenly I understand why he's always so exhausted this year. He wasn't mending a soul in a figurative sense, figuratively, but the literal. How many riders, Nolan? Dane snaps. The mender lifts his tired gaze. 119 cadets, my mother answers, holding her hand to her bleeding head. 10 leadership. The rest have been sent to the Midland Post in Samara. She glances at me, plus the ones you brought. I saw his memories. It's not enough. Dane shakes his head. Well, it has to be, Mira counters. Gather everyone. They're faster than dragons. Dane says to my mother, we have 10 hours, maybe less. Then we're all schmed. Fuck. Woo! And a half hour later, nearly every seat in Battle Brief is full, and the lines are clearly drawn between those who have chose to fight for Permail and those who chose to stay to defend Navarre. The Yarrosian cadets hold the right side of the terrace classroom, and for the first time, I don't pull out a pen and paper to take notes when my mother endeavor to take the stage with Dane. The nervous energy in the room reminds me of those moments on top of the turret in Athens when we decided to fight at Reston, except there's no choice to make today. We're here. The battle began in the Ward's Dome chamber, and we've already lost. We just happen to still be breathing. Grimble relied on Terran that Milgren and his forces won't arrive until after the approaching horde does. And word came in about an hour ago that there are other wyvern flying in the second wave. As if the first won't be enough for you to destroy, glancing over my shoulder toward the top seats. I see Zayden standing next to Bodhi with his arms folded across his chest, listening to where Garrick tells him. The painful arch erupts in my heart. How can we have only hours left? As if he senses the weight of my gaze. He looks at me and then winks like we're not facing certain annihilation, like we've transported ourselves back to the last year and we're just in another battle brief. How are our hands? Sawyer asks. Riddick's leadership confers about something on stage. Nolan mends him right after he took care of General Sorengale. Riddick flexes his fingers, showing the unblemished skin. Joe, he asked me. Dane. Nothing he can do for him. I shake my head, not sure if it's because he's unmendable wound or because Nolan's too exhausted from trying to mend Jack over and over. Fucking Jack, remurders. Fucking Jack. I agree. So, you okay down there, doggy? You okay down there? All right, he seems to be good. Dever starts the briefing. The intel reports 1,000 wyvern headed this way. The good news, they didn't even bother stopping in Samara, which means casualties are low. The bad news, they don't seem to be stopping anywhere, which means they won't get a delay. Dane steps forward and clears his throat. How many have mastered a tracking rune? Not a single hand raises among the Yarrosian cadets, including Riri and mine's Basgaeth cadets. Look at Dane speaking Kravish up there. Right. Dane shoves his hands into his hair and face falls before masking. That complicates things. Dark Welders know exactly where we are because according to Barlow's memories, we've planted lures all over the college up the path to the Vale. What?
Talking to Mom.
Oh. Gotcha. Sorry. Guess Dane's done keeping the signet classified and my lips part. That's the energy Cadre picked up when we arrived. The same energy that summoned the Vinny to Resson. Destroying the lures is our best chance of buying time, or at least throwing off further waves. I saw Barlow put most of the lure boxes, but not all of them. Dane continues as footsteps sound the door. Every head turns as infantry cadet pour in wearing uncertain, anxious face. I spot Calvin, the leader of the platoons we're paired with for maneuvers, gawking at the space, his gaze landing and reminding of the map of Navarre. We were wearing the same insignia as the rest of them, leading me to believe they've only set their quadrant leadership. The infantry quadrant will spend the next few hours trying to hunt them down for us while pretending themselves. Dane's voice drops off, and he swallows. Dever takes mercy on him, stepping forward. You'll be working within your squads tonight. Remember that the wyvern are distracted and the weapon. The wyvern are the distractions and the weapon. You take down one of the Vinny and you kill the wyvern they've created. No one on the Dark World alone takes on a Dark World alone. That's how you get schmilled. Work together, rely on each other, complement each other's signet, just like in Battle Squad, except it's real battle. Rihanna says under her breath, where real cadets will schmy. Remember that Vinny will mimic your fighting style, so change it up if you have no choice, but hand to hand. Deborah continues, the lines of her mouth tense with worry and perhaps dread. Basgaiath cadets murmur along themselves and shift in their seats. I bet you all the daggers we brought with us, they didn't teach them how to fight Vinny. Schroyer shakes his head, drumming his fingertips along the desk. First years who haven't manifested. I expect you packed and ready to fly should we fall. Healers are stocking the infirmary and preparing. Scribes are in the process of evacuating with our most important texts. Did y'all see a cat butt? Is there a cat butt? We got Lily down here, if y'all didn't know. Oh, and she jumped off over there. Ah! Yes. Do we need to bring her in a little bit so you can see her some more? There. I'll bring and I'll scooch over a little bit. There you go. There you go. I'll show Lily off a little bit better. Okay. Where were we? Okay, where were we? I think the page turned. I think I lost myself. There was Jack. Everything turns as the infantry conduct, hand to hand, first year manifest. Okay, of course, you can only wonder the text, enough to save, which they have conveniently left behind to burn. Mom looks up to my right, where Mira stands with a few of her friends, then drops her gaze at me. The assignments given tonight have been decided with the best intentions of Basgaiath and the Vale in mind. There are incredibly powerful signets among you gifted riders. She looks in the first row where Amaretto sits, and even combat masters, but I will not lie to you. That's the first time. That's damn. She called Mama out like that. Can you believe that, Lily? She just called Mama out like that, right? Damn. That's funny. And Riri scuffs under her breath. We're outnumbered, Mom continues. We're outpowered. However, the odds may be against us, but the gods are with us. Wherever you left after threshing or stayed, we are all Navarian riders bonded for the purpose of defending Dragonkind in the darkest hour. In our darkest hour, and this is it! For you in our Independence Day! Sorry, that was a classic. 1996. Saw that in the movie theaters. Digressing. All right. The darkest hour and the longest night of the year, my stomach churns as I fight off the spiral weight of hopelessness. I want you to leave Farisha, I tell Adarna. Get out before they arrive, hide where you can, and make your way back to Brennan. I will be where I am needed. And it's with you, she counters. Every argument I could make to keep her alive doesn't matter. We both know it. Humans do not give dragons orders. If she's determined to die with Taryn and me, there's nothing I can do about it. Entertainment TikTok. I press my lips between my teeth and bite down to ward off the sting that comes to my eyes. My fingernails bite my palm as my mom assigns the active riders to cadet squads, splitting the experience among the group. Garrick is assigned to first squad, second flame section. Heaton is first squad claw section, while Emery is assigned to the squad and first wing. Captain Soragale, Mom looks up at Mira, you'll be with second squad, flame section, fourth wing. Our entire squad looks over at Mira, and my eyes widen at the fear that flares in her eyes. Anger simmers along my bond with Zayden. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. What? Wise was there when the ancient text were. You calling me old? You calling me old? I am old. I'm just playing. All right. With all due respect, General Sorengale, Mira replies, rolling her shoulders back. If we're truly to use our signets to the best advantage, then I should be paired with you as a last line of defense, since I can now shield without the wards. Mom's eyebrows raise in surprise, and my gaze jumps between them like I'm watching a sporting match. Mira swallows and locks eyes with me, and Lieutenant Rorschach should be placed in second squad, and his signet has previously proven in battle to complement Cadet Sorngale. She looks at me like we're sitting across a dining room table from each other and not in the midst of a pre-battle briefing. As much as I would love to be her shield, he gives me the highest probability of keeping our most effective weapon alive. A 10-second passes as I look at our mother. So be it. Mom nods and finish the unit's charge. The heat along the bond recedes and my posture sag in relief. At least we'll be together. We get both of you. Rick offers a quick smile. Maybe we have a shot lasting an hour. My money's on too. Sawyer chimes in with a nod. I hope Sawyer got to say goodbye to Jesse. Little finger love language with them. Maybe played some Xbox buttons or something. Worked on their sign language skills. I hope they've been working on that. I hope she's been giving him private lessons. You know what I mean? What are those? Yeah, private lessons. That's what they need. Private lessons. I support that. Both of you shut up before I knock your heads together. Imogen warns from a seat behind us. Anything less than 4 hours is unacceptable. What do you think about that, Lily? 4 hours, she's racked out. Now that it's settled, Mom says, Corey steps into the floor, throwing up an illusion in the form of a top-down map of Basgaia of the surrounding area. We're dividing Basgaia, the Vale, and the surrounding area into a grid of sectors. Okay, that's makes sense. Corey flickers his fingers and the guidelines appear on the map. Each squad will be responsible. Okay, so you're playing a zone defense. Got it. Each squad will be responsible for a sector of airspace while infantry covers the ground. Why don't you just make an egg shield and not give up your position with interlocking sectors of fire with overlancing patrols? But, I mean, what do I know? Covers the ground. Mom continues nodding at Corey. Squad insignia appear in a different grid, and it takes me a second to locate our side of the Vale prepared from the squad with the first ring. No patches are inside the space, but there are plenty of unbonded dragons, no doubt, ready to defend the hatchling grounds. Memorize these grids, because you're not going to have time to pull out the map when you're up there. If it's in your space, you schmill it. If it crosses into another squad's airspace, you let them schmill it. All right. Avoid leaving your airspace at all costs. Okay, I like it. I mean, you should have interlocking sectors of fire, so you just want to be able to go into each other just a little bit. Oh, you're going to try to sneak it in? She's trying to sneak move. She's sneak move. All right. Avoid leaving their airspace at all costs, or it will turn into a disorganized melee that leaves us with an inevitable weak grids. That's called breaking the eggshell. Okay? It's called breaking the eggshell. If you're ever in a defense and you're in a position, never leave your spot. It's like an eggshell, right? Like if you're trying to squish an egg is very strong even in your hand. You can't break it. Now, if you put a finger and you get one little poke in it and you break it, it's called a bulge. It cracks. That's how they did the Battle of the Bulge, right? They made the break. So stay in your positions. Never look out. It sucks. Your buddy's screaming and fighting like, don't look at him. As soon as you look, they come that way. Just so you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe.
G.I. Jane Joe.
G.I. Jane Joe. All right, maybe last an hour each. Okay, while the infantry covers the ground. Mom continues nodding at Corey. Squad insignia appears on a different grid, and then it takes me a second to locate ours on the side of the Vale, paired with the squad from first one. No patches are inside the space, but there are plenty of unbonded dragons ready to bond in the hatching grounds. Oh, we did that. Okay. Memorize these grids because your airspace. Avoid leaving your airspace at all costs. It will turn into disorganized melee if they're not reported. All right. The grid behind the main campus is where the ward is located, and this horrible flaming bear is already surrendered the space. This is wrong, I whisper. We should be defending the ward stone. The broke one, Sawyer questions quietly. Say it, Rihanna urges. You have a better chance of living through it. Riddick murders shifting in a seat. I clear my throat. It's a mistake to abandon the ward stone. My mother levels a disappointing look on me, and the temperature drops a few degrees. Why is it that only my daughter speaks out of turn? We get it from our mother. Mira snaps in a dry tone. We get it from our mama. And that lethal look pivots to her. It's a mistake, I push on. We don't know what power remains in the stone, and it was placed in exact location because it's the strongest natural flow of power, according to Warwick. It's not my mother's looking my way this time. It's General Sorengale. Your opinion is noted. Hope surges in my chest, so you'll assign a squad. Absolutely not. Your opinion as noted as it is wrong. She dismissed me without another word, without reasoning. We would have been given reasoning. We would have been given had this been battle briefing, leaving me half my original size, shrinking in my chair. A wave of warmth floods the bond, but it doesn't dim the chill from her rejection. You have your orders for the morning, Mom says. Riders, find the nearest bed and sleep for as many hours as you can. Most of you who left Best Gas will find your rooms have not been commandeered, and most of you still contain your bedding. You will need to be rested to be effective. She looks over the briefing room like it might be the last time she sees us. Every minute holdout gives us a shot at reinforcements making it back. Every second counts. Make no mistake, we will hold out as long as possible. I glance up at the clock and it's not even 8 yet, which means I can keep my mantra for the next few hours. I will not die today. I cannot say the same about tomorrow. The stars still wink at the night as Zayden and I dress in relative silence in my room. Turns out the remaining cadets have left all the wing leaders' quarters untouched, as if we see the error of our ways and return to what the few hours of sleep we've gotten and the sporadic at best, leaving me at less than full strength and a little dizzy, but at least I wasn't plagued with the nightmares. Or maybe my imagination really is that overactive. Zayden kisses me a path down my spine, my lips brushing every inch of skin. It laces me into my armor. Oh, okay. Is this a regular spot here? The wrap in my shoulder that stabilizes my aching joints. My eyes slide shut when he reaches my lower back. In the desire he had more than sated last night's flares, anew flushing my skin. A few simple kisses are all it ever takes, and my body is instantly attuned to his. Keep doing that, and you'll be taking this right off, I warn him, glancing down over my shoulder. Is that a threat or a promise? His eyes darken as he stands and ties me in, tucking the lace so they don't become loose, because I have no problem spending our last quiet minutes in this morning tangled up in you. I'm tangled up in you. Staying tangled up in you. He slides his hand over the curves of my hips as he moves to face me, trailing his fingers along the waistband of my flight leathers, then dipping them between the buttons in my stomach. We can't do this. Can't hide away and pretend the war isn't coming for us. I mean, you could. 10 minutes tops. You get a good nap in too. Even 9 minutes for cuddling for some people. I'm just saying, war's crazy. Who knows? Can't ignore that the most dozen lures have been destroyed or even found. We were just one enough to lead the Vinny to Ressin, and we've only found half of what Jack left around campus. Can't deny that the last reports from the few riders who are brave enough to stay in the Midland Forts along the road from Samara relayed the attack is imminent in the next couple of hours. But gods, do I want to. We can't. Regret saturates the words, and yet I can't stop myself from winding my arms around his neck. No matter how much I would rather lock the door and let the rest of the world burn around us, we can't. I mean, it's a choice. You can. Don't say you can't. You can. He lifts his hands to the back of my neck and tugs me closer until our bodies meet from thigh to breast. Say the word and we'll fly. Fly, fly, fly. Right? A quick level up is all it needs. Just one quick level. Boom, 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 boom. We can go back to level 1. We ain't got to play level 4. Level 1, quick one. Boom, in and out. In and out. Swip, swap. I'm just saying. Quickie. I stare up his eyes, making a fleck of gold just in case I won't get another chance to. You could never live with yourself if we abandon our friends. Maybe. His brow knits in less than a second, so quickly I almost miss it as he leans into my space. But I know I can't live without you. So trust me when I say there's a very real, very loud part of me screaming to carry you out of here and fly for Arisha. I know the feeling all too well, so before I dare give it a voice, I rise up on my toes and kiss him. At the first touch of our mouth, heat ignites between us, and he grabs a hold of my toques. He lifting me, I sense that we're moving, turning around as I part my lips for his tongue and throw all logic out the door. My ass hits the desk and I hold tighter, kissing him harder as he slants his mouth over mine again and again. Entertainment purposes, TikTok, everything is PG to this point. Taking everything I offer and giving it right back. This isn't slow exploration we shared last night, lingering on every touch, knowing it might be the last time. It's frantic and wild, hot and desperate. My hands spear into his hair, holding him closer like I still have the darnest ability to stop time, like I can hold us in this moment, and I just keep kissing him. He groans in my mouth and fingers work the buttons on my pants, and at the same moment I reach for his schmeckle. We'll be quick, I promise, between consummating kisses, flicking open the first button. Quick, he repeats, sliding my hand down his stomach and into my pants. It isn't usually what you beg for. My fingers brush. Someone knocks. Motherfuck, someone's always knocking. We both freeze, panting hard against each other's mouth. No, no, no. Don't stop. If this is the minute we have left, then I want it. Gods, if he would just move his hand a fraction of an inch lower. PG, pretty great. I like that. His eyes search mine, and then he takes my mouth like the outcome of this kiss will decide the battle we're facing. I know you're in there, Riri barks through the door, and then knock changes to a pound. Stop ignoring me before this comes the most awkward situation known to Navari. 5 minutes, I beg as Zayden's mouth slides down my neck. Now a deeper, familiar voice demands, and Zayden puts a step between us, muttering a curse under his breath. There's no way, is there? But just in case there is, my hands fall from Zayden's pants to quickly redo the button on mine before I hop off the desk and rush to the door, sparing the second to check that Zayden's clothes are in place too. Disengage your body parts or whatever you're doing. I unlock my door with the flick of my hand and yank it open to find not only every second and third year flyer in our squad, but a few of our first years, including Sloan and Brennan. Hey, Brennan showed up. What's up, bro? Without thought for regulation or decorum, I fling myself into his arms and he catches me, pulling me tight against his chest. You came! You came! That's what she said. It's your brother! Ew! I left you and Mira here to fight this on your own once before, and I'll never do it again. I knew I fucked up as soon as you left, but the griffins don't fly as quickly as dragons. He squeezes harder for a second and lets me down. Tell me where I can be of use. Are those flyers? Every head turns. Oh, hell yeah, the flyers showed up. Every head turns down the hall as my mother approaches with 2 of her age, and steps falter when gaze shifts towards my brother. Brennan, I'm not here for you. He dismisses her without another word in her direction. Mathis is going to send the flyers to hunt the lures. They're faster on the ground. Ooh, and better with lures anyway. That's really fucking smart. We are. Fucking cat.
You're the new graphic audio version of this.
That's funny. That's funny. Y'all are a trip. I appreciate the compliments. That's funny.
Great listening experience.
Was that? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, wait. Hang on. He squeezes harder for a second, lets me down. Tim, where I can be of use to those flyers. We are categories with a casual shrug, assessing the hallway like she's searching for structural weakness, which she probably is. And we don't abandon our drift. We fight. I might not like her, but damn, I do respect her. I'm with you. Finding those lures will give us precious time. I grab onto Brendan's arms and spark a hope of my life within my chest. Have you ever encountered something you can't mend? Magic, he answers. I can't mend a relic or anything. Probably not a rune either. If he can do it, we'll just have to hold on long enough for Coda to arrive. What about the wardstone? Brennan's eyebrows shoot up, and I glance past Rihanna. We have to guard the chamber, and at least let him try. So you're going to ask him to try to mend the wardstone? Rihanna nods and turns to my mother, who's still staring at Brennan like he's a hallucination. General Sorengale, 2nd Squad, Flames. General Sorengale, 2nd Squad, Flames Section, 4th Wing, officially requests permission to guard the airspace above the wardstone. Mom doesn't take her eyes off of Brennan. Wait, hang on. Riri nods and turns to my mother, who's staring at Brennan. Oh, Riri. I thought Mom was asking that. Granted. All right, Brennan showed up. Brennan's cool. I'm cool with Brennan. Me and Mom, we're still having issues. I'm still having issues. I like Mom. Me and Mom, like, I don't think she's bad. Truly, mom is hard. Wait, a truly tailored experience. What did we talk? Did I miss? What is that conversation? I'll figure that out. You know what I need to do? I need to make a I Watch Wise on TikTok account and put it on my computer. And when I do that, I'll just turn my computer on. No cat butt and record from my computer's account, and then I'll be able to record the comments until I decide to figure out the camera and all that other stuff. Anyway, digressing. I'll talk about that.
Like today, there was one spoiler, so if you go through it, you're gonna see it.
Right. I don't know.
So maybe it just stays a mystery.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Alvy. It was a pop-up live. I didn't plan it. We just kind of said, why not? We're talking about Audible. I think they would probably have to spend more money on an editor fixing all my mistakes of mispronounced words.
We'd have to get you 5 books of dyslexia. Leah's kidding.
I mean, we're really good friends with our dyslexia teacher. Maybe we can hire her on the side.
Bizarre.
She'd come. Oh, Aaliyah would love it. Aaliyah would love to hang out with her, and Aaliyah could probably teach me. That would be hilarious. That adds to the story. The mistakes are why we would buy it. Oh, that is funny.
See?
Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. They like the butchering of the stories. That's funny. Okay, so we're at 61, right? Can you verify? I don't want to. That's funny. I think there's 66 chapters, right? And we're at 60. I'll be on 61. So 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 6 chapters.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you.
Every book comes with the Wise translation, $2 extra. Theories right now. What are you doing? Is she playing with it? Theories.
She bited the book.
That happens. Okay. Dang. She ate that book. Let me show him close up. She ate the book. She ate the book. Okay, sorry about the chewing. All right. Oh, I don't know if I can get all 6 done in a live, but I think there's 6 left.
61 is 6.
61 is 6, so that's about 30 minutes or so.
5, 62.
62 is 5, so that's another 20 minutes maybe. 30 plus with the commentary, so 30 minutes for 2 chapters. 3.5, that's like a 10-minute-er.
64.
Lily. We're counting pages up. Wise. So 6, 6, 5, 3, 5.
Yeah, but there's like 6.
Okay. All right. Just power through it. I tell you what. Yeah, we'll definitely do some more tomorrow. We will come back tomorrow. If we can finish tomorrow, we will finish tomorrow. If we're that close, I'll give my. We'll get close. We'll talk about it. So we're doing leftovers for dinner tomorrow, right? Okay. If I start tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern or Central 7:30, 7:30, so it'll be 30 minutes earlier than today.
That's better for y'all, or 8 works better.
Yeah. We'll go 7:30 Central Standard Time. That'll be 8:30 East Coast. West Coast is 5:30. So we'll do that. Okay. Oh no. All right. Good night, Jessica. You get off at 7. Okay, that works for P. Works for me. 8:30. Okay. So that's the rest of the book needs. We'll finish the book out live. If it's like that.
Yeah, I won't let him.
Yeah.
Won't let.
She won't let me do anything. Night, P.
Book from him until he goes live.
Yeah, we will. I'll make sure I finish the book. So tomorrow I'll just post the videos, and then we'll get everything ready, and we'll start at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and then maybe we'll hopefully we'll finish it out. If it's fast, maybe I'll try not to do so much commentary and maybe just get through it. But I don't think that would be me at the same time. So we'll let it go. But we'll leave it there. Oh, all right, everyone. Thanks for the trauma bonding, for real. All right, everyone. We're going to close this out. All right, Bobby, I promise. No, we'll keep it. Helmet's here. Helmet is here. Jacket is right there. Talking helps the beginning to give her time to get in. But we got you. We got you. All right, everybody. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Join us. I love the YZ. I like that y'all call it an experience. Again, if anybody's here with the Discord, really quick, can we get the Discord link popped in one more time? If there's anybody new here that has not joined our Discord that wants to come join, Wise and the wonderful, his voices, my wonderful voices, all the ladies here, as you see, please feel free, join us in our Discord, have fun, and we will see you next time. Until then, folks, have a good one.
Bye. H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
Are you hang on, I have to just there. I just had to let everybody see the cat do the hot to go.
Oh. She's a chat wizard.
All right, bye everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.